My name is Seiko Mbako. I am co-founder of Awa'Tori. I am Cameroonian Japanese, born and raised in Cameroon.
My name is Buki Adejobi. I am a Nigerian-born Canadian. My interest in fashion actually came in my time here in Japan during my master's. And I was looking at a market entry strategy for designers into the Japanese fashion industry.
We met in a cafe, actually. We talked about, just how we both had passion for redefining, Africa and what people think of Africa, and especially because we both have African backgrounds. We felt it was very important to rebrand Africa, especially in Japan, where people think or just see Africa as, more on a charity side of things, not really as a partner. So technically, when we started the company, it was Aloha in
Yoruba, which is our story.
Yeah, it means our story. But the thing is, when we started going for meetings, people started asking me whether I was Nigerian, and I'm like,
if we only focused on Nigerian
because it was like, it felt so Nigerian, right? And so the discussion now was like, okay, what is a language that a lot of African Anglophone, at least, countries would know, and even Francophone countries would know? And Pidgin. We landed on Pidgin. We went with Awa'Tori, and
coincidentally,
there you go.
It meant something else in Japanese, which is Awa'Seru and Tori. That's why there is an apostrophe between the two, between Awa and Tori. So the Awa'Seru is to bridge gaps, to bridge markets, to bridge industries. Tori, which is the road, the bridge.
Yeah. I think our goal was really to be able to provide a platform for female African designers to showcase themselves, to show their talents, their ability. And the truth is, we really believe that as women, especially from Africa, they have such important stories to tell, from what inspires them to make, and just how they were brought up. I think the stories behind those are always so powerful and worth telling. We felt this was a very good way to start, to launch. It would be a powerful way to launch an e-commerce website that is also led and created by two female entrepreneurs.
From the business aspect, at least for me personally, being Nigerian born and having been away from the country for so long, I have this desire to want to make a change, and so for me, Awa'Tori is a way of doing that by working with designers who in a way positively impact their society.
Hi everyone, my name is Akudo Ihakumwa. I am the founder and creative director behind footwear and accessories brand Shoutout. So we started Shoutout years and years ago, around 2013, where myself and my best friend started to create a lot of different garments, ready-to-wear fashion, using very vibrant and bold Ankara material. A lot of the time I see things coming together in terms of color, pattern, texture. People inspire me, moments in time inspire me, nature inspires me, my childhood inspire me. The vision behind Shoutout has always been to have a global community of spirited women who know the story behind their products and love the process behind the products and the manufacturing. We also want to make sure that Shoutout is up there and joining the ranks with other affordable luxury brands across the globe. Shoutout has multiple collections running concurrently at the same time. We love to show all of our collections and allow them to be absorbed, allow them to really sink in, because each collection has a specific story. Some of our signature heels are our wooden hand-carved heels, so I'm really excited to show those as well. The main things behind our brand being sustainable is small batch, creating locally, working with the traditional fabrics we have on ground, and also just using every bit of material as possible. We love the meaning behind Awa'Tori, our story, because story for Shoutout is one of the most important things behind the brand. We are so dedicated to telling our story, letting people know the process behind the manufacturing, the process behind the traditional craft, the importance of the traditional craft, passing it on, keeping it relevant and contemporary. So we love that that is the big focus of Awa'Tori and telling the stories of the designers. We are so fond of the Japanese culture and we just cannot wait to get out there and meet all of you and share our story with you. See you soon.
Hello from Ghana. I'm Eyiwa Adekunle and I'm the founder of Kayadia. I would say my biggest inspiration is community. My biggest inspiration is the culture, tradition, and the way that we do things here. The whole process excites me. The people that come together with one mind to work on something excites me. The idea from the onset and when you see the finished work, it's always exciting. In Kayadia, we promote sustainability first through the techniques that we use. As I mentioned earlier, I'm very passionate about sustaining the traditional and local techniques in Africa, in Ghana specifically. And I feel like we are in a modern age and sometimes we get to forget about the traditional or the old ways of doing things. I think about the lifespan of the product from the onset, when I'm making the sketches, when I'm designing, how it's going to be, how long is it going to last, how is it going to be used, how is it going to be beneficial to the user at the end of the day, and how is it going to be of benefit or impact the environment that we are in. Why did I choose Awa'Tori? The purpose of the platform. I think that what you guys want to do is something that I also admire and love, to bring different cultures together and promote it. So promoting the Japanese culture, bringing the different countries in Africa and their culture together. I love Japan and I hope that you love the pieces that we bring into your home and love and have so much fun with it. Whenever I get the chance, I can't wait to be in Japan.
As a young girl, I found joy in sketching fashion figures. When I went to college, I started designing my own clothes. However, my professional creative career began in advertising, and my time in that industry gave me a new perspective on product design. When I left marketing, I started Hamilton. My goal was to offer a meaningful fashion brand that showcases the value of African craftsmanship and creative collaborations. My collections tend to explore the idea of space and time. We are not necessarily a political brand, but we like to pose tough questions and commentary about culture, society, and the world we live in. I'm inspired by African history, traditional knowledge systems, contemporary art, and vernacular architecture, and how these different but related disciplines can be translated into the garments we wear. I'm excited about sharing the beauty of Burkinabe culture and architecture, which inspired some of the pieces from this collection. The other half, which is part of our Rat Race collection, a way of life in which people are caught up in a fiercely competitive struggle for wealth or power, depicts the capitalism that fuels the global economy. It's a juxtaposition of ideas. For us, sustainability is inherently part of our brand ethos. From our limited edition collections to recycling materials, we are committed to conscious production and creating with purpose. I believe in the power of community and freedom of expression. I know we can achieve so much more working together as a collective to address the continuous challenges we face, but it's also important to celebrate our journey and how far we've come. Awa'Tori's vision for bringing African design and Japanese culture together is a great way to bridge the gap and build a global unified community. I think it's important to work with organizations that align with our values for sharing traditions and building connections beyond our borders.
I think our goal from the very beginning is to create a long-term and sustainable collaboration, a partnership between the African and the Japanese creative industries, because there are so many overlaps. There's so many overlaps, similarities. There are things the Japanese designers or the Japanese creative industries can learn from, and of course there are things the African creatives can also learn from.
So this honestly has been a long time coming for us. It has been a dream of ours when we started Awa'Tori, and we're really excited to showcase all these amazing creatives on our e-commerce platform, and we hope to see you there.
Yeah, and this is just the beginning.